Patience is not the word most Cardinals fans wanted to hear when John Mozeliak finally publicly addressed the Giancarlo Stanton trade speculation this week. This is neither the time nor the season associated with much patience, but the Cardinals are actually in a good position to have that mindset. Actually, it's quite prudent for Mozeliak and the Cardinals to be patient. They identified Stanton as their top off-season target and put together a trade offer that was good enough for the Marlins to grant them an audience with Stanton's agents last weekend. Giants officials also were granted a visit with Stanton's reps. Once you've crossed that threshold, it would be foolish to back away until Stanton decides that he'd rather be traded to the Giants or Dodgers or elsewhere. Some frustrated fans would like Mozeliak, the Cardinals' president of baseball operations, to move on. According to Craig Mish of SiriusXM, Stanton will approve trades only to the Dodgers, Yankees, Cubs and Astros. Perhaps the slugger might change his stance toward the Cardinals now that Miami has traded D. Gordon to the Mariners. Whatever the case, there's still time for the Cardinals to move in a different direction. The Cardinals have gone way too deep into the Stanton trade talks to back away this early in the offseason. As we've noted often over the last 2 weeks, there are other quality middle-of-the-order batters that could upgrade Mike Matheny's lineup next season. Until the other top hitters start coming off the market, there's no reason for Mozeliak, General Manager Michael Gersh and Cardinals Chairman Bill Jewett, Jr. to completely bail on Stanton before the baseball industry starts arriving in Orlando on Sunday for the start of the annual winter meetings. Even as some free agent pitchers started to come off the market, it's clear that teams are waiting for the Stanton market to play out before the big bats start moving. The Cardinals have plenty of reasons to be patient. Here are just a few right-handers: Sandy Alcantara, Jack Flaherty, Alex Reyes, Dakota Hudson and Michael Wachter, outfielders Stephen Piscotty and Harrison Bader, and catcher Carson Kelly. Cards talk sound off about off-season moves. Here are a few other reasons for the Cardinals to be patient: Evan Longoria, Jose Abreu, Marcell Ozuna, Christian Yelich, Josh Donaldson, Eric Hosmer and even J.D. Martinez. Here are a few more reasons: Manny Machado, Bryce Harper and Clayton Kershaw. This much we know already: the Cardinals are ready to play. Let's make a deal. More importantly, they're not afraid of taking on a significant salary. In the Cardinals' pursuit of Stanton, the organization that let Albert Pujols flee to the Angels has been willing to assume a large portion of Stanton's remaining $295 million salary. Jewett has noted often that contracts like the ones Pujols and Stanton signed have traditionally not worked out well for the teams, but he's ready to play in that market this winter. Now let's address the 3 different sets of reasons for the Cardinals to be patient on Stanton until at least the winter meetings get underway in earnest next Monday in Orlando. More Ortiz columns, blogs, videos on Reyes, Alcantara, Flaherty, Reyes, Hudson, Piscotty, Wachter, Bader and Kelly. The Cardinals have a group of players that most organizations would covet next week if Mozeliak still hasn't landed his middle-of-the-order bat. A duo or trio from that group of players would prove to be great anchor for a top slugger. Opposing teams are sure to be eager to listen to Mozeliak if he comes calling with that list of players. Now let's consider Longoria, Abreu, Ozuna, Yelich, Donaldson, Hosmer and Martinez. All of those players would be considered upgrades to the Cardinals lineup. More importantly, they're all likely to still be available next week during the winter meetings. South Florida's MLB team isn't the only Sunshine State team eager to unload payroll. The Tampa Bay Rays also are considering a rebuild, and the Cardinals could be willing to help pick some costly talent off Tampa Bay's roster if they strike out on Stanton. Now let's discuss Machado, Harper and Kershaw, who are expected to lead next year's free agent class. Newsletter sign up for Ortiz kickster Orioles Machado, who could also be tempting target via trade this winter for the Cardinals, and the Nationals. Harper are expected to command long-term contracts next year that could surpass the $295 million currently remaining on Stanton's deal. Mozeliak and his front office assumed that the Cardinals could be a playoff contender again in 2017 with the addition of center field Dexter Fowler and left-handed reliever Brett Cecil after they barely missed the postseason in 2016. Those 2 moves weren't enough, though. The Cardinals failed to reach the playoffs for the 2nd consecutive season this year, prompting Mozeliak to hunt for bigger fish this winter. Don't misinterpret Mozeliak's patience with their lack of urgency. The Cardinals' urgency was clear by the aggressiveness they showed in going after Stanton, the reigning NL MVP. They've come a long way. There's no need to abandon the Stanton chase until they have lost all hope or at least realized it's time for Plan B early next week at the winter meetings. Meanwhile, it's easier for Mozeliak to be patient when he and the rest of the baseball industry know he already has been willing to part with a strong package of prospects good enough to tempt the Marlins.